Okay, yesterday you started an activity called Mintmobile Redesign. Okay, so if you would please go ahead and hop to your activities, click on that light bulb, and I want you to scroll down to yesterday's activity called Mintmobile Redesign. If you remember, there is a day 2 that we're going to finish up on this. Okay.
Drafted.
Yes, you should have drafted it. And if you turned it in, I sent it back to you so that it's in your drafts. So if you would go ahead and click on your response down here, and I'm going to click on edit. We do have some friends who didn't start one yesterday. So Serenity, Daniel's not on here, Josh, Libby and Mara aren't on here, and William, you need to click on add response. Okay, so you're starting yours for the first time. Everybody else, I need you to get to it and edit it. Okay, so click on it, click on edit response, please, or edit post. And then hop on down to slide 10 that says day 2. I do want to remind you that this is your pre-work. This is your qualification work, okay? If you do not do the work, you do not get to participate in the race, okay? So I'm going to show you again, and I haven't finished. I still have one assignment to check in. But this down here is your STEM challenge qualifications. So blueprints aren't done because we're still working on them today, but right here, if you do not have your research day 1, research day 2, and your contract signed so far, you are behind and you are not welcome to participate in the race until you have done the work. So if you have missing assignments, you are going to want to get those done this weekend, okay? I will be checking in the blueprint after class today because it will be done today, all right? All right. Day 2, hop to it.
Slide 11.
Nope, slide 10, but if you moved them around, that's okay. All right, here we go. On to your work from yesterday, your slide 9. On slide 9, you drew your diagram. If you turned this in to me yesterday, I looked at your diagram and sent you back a comment. The number one thing that we forgot in our drawings was the pennies. Remember in our rules, your Mintmobile must carry at least 4 pennies. I didn't see anybody's diagram yesterday that had 4 pennies. A lot of you just copied what I did, and I told you don't do that because this is quick and it's not real and I'm leaving stuff out on purpose. I'm just showing you an example. So today you are going to look at your partner's work and you're going to see if they forgot something. Your partner is going to look at your work and see if you forgot something, okay? You're also going to be able to see each other's work and figure out, ooh, that's a good idea. I might want to try that, okay? So hop on down to slide 11. You will see here that you are going to go to 3 different partners today. So we're going to go to a breakout room, come back, go to another breakout room, come back, go to a third breakout room, come back. Okay, so you're going to go to 3 different breakout rooms today with 3 different partners. All right. What you are going to do is give each other feedback, any thoughts you have, some helpful tips, some encouraging words. You're going to be more specific. You're going to give them suggestions. You're going to share your ideas. Okay. So I'm going to share my car, and then I'm going to let my partner tell me something. Okay. So let's practice that really quick so you understand what's going on. I'm going to look at slide 7 or slide 6. Mintmobiles must have a minifig driver. They must have 2 axles. They must carry 4 pennies. They cannot fall apart, and they can only be made from the provided materials. So if on your diagram you put that you were going to add glue Glue is not on your materials. So if I were my partner, I'd say, hey, you said you were going to put glue. We're not allowed to use glue. All right. So let's do this. Here's my Mint Mobile. I just gave you a big hint about something I forgot. So let's have somebody pretend to be my partner. Okay. All right. Levin, be my partner. Thanks for raising your hand. All right. So be my partner here. Levin is my partner. So I'm going to write down Levin's name. Peer number 1 for me was Levin. All right, Levin, here's my car. What do you think? Any suggestions? Do you see anything I forgot? What do you think?
You forgot to label what's inside of your car.
So like in here, how I'm going to get it to stick together?
Yeah.
You're right, Levin, I did. I think I forgot that. So Levin told me, and I'm doing what you're going to do right now, so pay attention. Levin told me I forgot to label the inside of my car. All right, Levin, you're right. So what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to draw that in there. So I'm also right here going to take 2 popsicle sticks and I'm going to connect them to keep it straight. So you're right. Let me go ahead and get that done really quick. All right, so I need a popsicle stick. Okay. Thanks, Levin, for pointing out my mistake. That's going to make my car design better. Alrighty, so popsicle stick's going to be there, and that's a popsicle stick too. Okay, cool. Levin, what else? Do you think I did anything well? Anything I forgot? What do you think?
Well, I think you might have forgot to label your pennies.
Oh, I did. I forgot that I'm supposed to have pennies on this. Look, 4 pennies. Oh, shoot. Okay, so I'm going to have to decide where I want to put my pennies. I'm going to use a circle for that, and I'm going to turn it into brown so it kind of looks like a penny. Okay, there we go. I think I might just place my pennies at the front because I'm thinking maybe that will make my car go down the ramp faster if the weight is up front. But that's just my idea for now.
Well,
Okay,
to
you know
be
what?
honest,
Go for it.
On the bottom, there's a straightaway, so that would.
You think it'd slow it down on the straightaway? Uh-oh, your sound cut out. Levin, we lost you. Levin, come back.
All right, I can hear you.
There you go. Okay, you're back. What do you think will happen on the straightaway?
Your car would apply more friction and slow down.
You're right, because after the ramp, it goes straight, so maybe the pennies would drag on the ground. Oof. You know what, Levin? I think you might be right, but I'm going to test my theory first. So I'm going to keep them there for now, but I'm going to remember that for when I build. All right?
But my suggestion would be is have them even or have 5.
Where would you put the 5th one?
In the middle.
Oh, okay. So you think more like distribute them a little bit more evenly around the car?
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I'm going to stick with my idea for now, but I'm going to remember that for the future. Okay. And now Levin would share his screen and I would do the exact same thing for me. Levin would write down my name, Mrs. Sousa, and I'd say, oh, Levin, look, you did this really cool. And Levin can write that down. And I'm going to write down the things that Levin tells me. I need to add pennies around the car. Okay, he also told me I forgot pennies. So I got 2 ideas from Levin. And then I would give Levin some ideas. Okay, then we're all going to come back. You're going to get a new partner. And you're going to go do the same thing with a second partner. And then a third partner. Okay. Any questions right now about what you're going to do with your partner? Excuse me, about your drawings from yesterday. Yes, Steve.
Okay, so we had all this stuff that we used to test in real life, but we can't test it out because we just don't know if it'll actually work. So and we haven't made our car yet, so therefore Or most of this is irrelevant, and we should make our car before we actually start putting the stuff in it.
It is not irrelevant because you are not allowed to build a car until you show me a blueprint. Just like in real life, I can't just go to a car factory and say, I'm going to build you a car. And they're like, cool, here's all the metal you need. They're going to say, well, how are you going to build it? Where are you going to put the engine? Where are you going to put the brakes? So they're going to ask me those questions. We're doing the same thing right now. You're coming up with your plan. You're also showing me that you understand the rules. Because if you tell me, I don't need pennies, well, then that tells me you didn't pay attention to the rules. And so you're not going to be allowed to qualify for the race. Or if you tell me, oh, I'm going to use glue, well, that tells me you didn't pay attention that it can only be used from provided materials. So you're not going to be in the race. So this is you proving that you understand the challenge and that you have a plan for when you get the materials. Does that make sense, or is that still confusing?
Yeah, but for right now, we don't know if it'll actually work until we build the car.
You're correct. So what you're looking for with your partner right now is if your partner has the correct materials and if your partner forgot anything. You're also sharing ideas of what you think might work, because when you go to build, it's just your brain. But if you have ideas from someone else, you can say, oh yeah, Levin said maybe if I move my pennies, let me try that. So I've kind of got a reserve of ideas. Okay. All right. What other questions do we have right now? All right. If you did not do this yesterday, you need to be doing this with your partner. So your partner might say, okay, go ahead and draw it, and then you can get to work. Saying, I didn't do it yesterday, so you do nothing is not a choice. Okay, you got to get yourself caught up. Yes, Aiden G, it is a brainstorming session. You are correct. That's what we're doing, brainstorming ideas. Okay, and it's actually what the in-person students are doing today. They're sharing their computers with each other and coming up with ideas too. So we're right on track. All right. Okay. I'm going to set up your breakout rooms. Remember, you're looking at each other's drawings. You're going to write down what your partner tells you so that when you start building your car, I've already got 2 ideas that I can fix if something goes wrong. Hopefully, I'll have 4, 5, or 6 ideas by the time I get back with my other partners. Partners, you are making sure their car follows the rules. If they forgot a rule or if they forgot a material, you need to let them know. Okay? Also, you do not have to do what your partner says. Levin told me to move my pennies. I was like, you know what? Maybe, but I'm going to keep them here for now. And that's okay. But I still wrote Levin's idea down so that when I go to build, I might be able to change something. Okay? Leah.
So, do you have to have all the materials on your car?
Great question. No, you do not have to use every single thing. So like I do not have to use a popsicle stick. I chose to. I don't have to. The only thing that you have to have is on slide 6. You have to have a seat for your minifig. You have to have 2 axles. You have to have 4 pennies. Okay, so that's it. You can make your axles out of whatever you want. You can make your popsicle sticks. You can make your seat out of whatever you want. Maybe you'll make your seat out of the note card. Maybe you'll make it out of some tape. Maybe you'll make it out of a popsicle stick that you break. Anything that you want. So no, you do not have to use all of these, but you cannot use anything that's not here. So if your partner says they're going to use 6 mints, the rules say you can only use 4. So you need to tell your partner, hey, you can't do that. Okay, great question. All right. Remember, you're going to work with 3 different partners today. This is going to be your first partner. Okay. I'm going to turn screen sharing on. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. So that's about 2.5 minutes for each partner to share their screen and get ideas. All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, I want to hear from you. What is some feedback that you received or that you gave to a partner? What are some things you suggested? Tim?
I didn't really get any feedback from my.
You didn't get any or you didn't give any?
I didn't get any feedback.
Oh, I'm sorry. What feedback did you give?
Busy. I didn't give or get any feedback.
Why not?
Because my partner was Camille and she was busy trying to make her car.
Ah, so maybe some feedback is get your work done on the day it's due. That'd be some feedback, right? Because it's going to build on each other. I'm sorry that you missed out on that opportunity. It stinks when we miss that. I'll get you in with another partner. She'll be good to go, okay? Terrence, what feedback did you receive and or give?
Bella said no fixes, looks good.
Okay, so you felt like your car was good to go? What'd you tell Bella?
I told Bella that she needs to get her work done because she has 2 missing days.
Yeah, it builds up on itself, guys. This is not the time that you want to be behind, okay? Leah, what feedback did you give or get?
So I got feedback for make my pennies even, and I gave my partner some feedback to say don't put move your back pennies somewhere else because that can make more force in the back so your car won't move forward.
Listen to that vocabulary. Okay, so we're thinking about our penny placement because that's going to be the weight of a car. And if you think about cars that are on the road, think about how they're weighted. We don't normally see cars tipping all the way forward because all the weight's in the front. Same thing with the back. It's pretty even. So that might be something to think about. William, what feedback did you give or get?
I gave feedback saying Braden should put he can't call a spoiler, he has to call it something else.
Yes.
Because it's so he can only use the things that he's given.
Yes. So you can create
and
a
he did
spoiler.
Feedback like
Sorry, go ahead, William. Go ahead.
he gave me feedback about I have a lot, but it's really secure and it's most of the same thing. Looks like a lot, but it's most of the same secure.
Yes, your diagrams will look super busy if you've labeled them correctly. Okay, we're going to have a whole lot going on. Take a look at mine right here, right? There is a whole lot going on here, but it's really just a few parts because I've labeled it. And William brought up something very important. This is feedback that I typed to a lot of you yesterday. Remember, I didn't put on here that this is that's not what I want. Hold on. I did not put on here that this is a wheel. Why? Because in your bag, I didn't give you a wheel. I gave you a mint that you can use as your wheel, but I didn't give you a car wheel. Okay, so we're going to write the name of the material, not what we're creating. So William brings up a good point. You might create a spoiler. If you want to put a spoiler on your car, that's awesome. But I am not giving you a spoiler in your bag for you to install. I am giving you note cards. I am giving you popsicle sticks. I am giving you straws. So you need to tell me, what are you going to make that spoiler out of? Is the top of it going to be a note card that you cut? Are the sticks going to be the popsicle sticks or maybe the straws? You're labeling with the materials, okay? What materials are being used in your design? Great. Okay, you're getting ready to go with a new partner. With this partner, you are doing the same thing. Let's review the rules. Make sure your partner's car has a place for the minifig to sit. Make sure your partner's car has at least 2 axles. Make sure your partner's car has at least 4 pennies. That's what your partner's car has to have. Also, make sure your partner's car is labeled with the materials that are being used. Okay? This is partner number 2. Write down your partner's name. So this time I am partnered with Leah. And I'm going to type what Leah tells me about my car, either a compliment or something that I can fix or remember. Okay? Any questions before you go? All right. I'm going to give you another 5 minutes this round. That's 2.5 minutes for each partner. Okay? 2.5 minutes for each partner. Here you go. Alrighty, this time, what is some feedback that you did give or receive? That you did, not that you did not. What did you tell someone? What did someone tell you? Yes, Terrence.
So Tim told me I did not have no minifig label, and I told him he didn't have a Lego minifig.
Okay, so you forgot to install that driver and where it's going to sit and place it there. Very good. Aiden G, feedback.
So I told Josh that he needed to change his like he didn't have to put the tape on his wheels. So I said if he doesn't put the tape on or leaves it off, it still would be the same. And he said for my drawing that I need to replace the cardboard with index paper.
Yes, I am not giving you cardboard. I'm giving you index cards, and I like to talk about secure placement of tape. We want to make sure our tape is holding our card together, but isn't going to cause friction on our wheels or on the ground. Excellent. Josh, feedback.
I just told my partner that I liked the design and that I thought that it was a good design.
Compliments. It's always nice to pay people compliments and get approval for our hard work. Excellent. Other feedback or ideas? Okay. I want to make sure that you typed what your partner said. So if you forgot to type what your partner said, please do that now. So in my imaginary conversation that I had with Leah, Leah told me to label what my seat is made out of, because I looked at my drawing and look here, I just have a seat drawn. I didn't say what it's going to be made out of. So I'm getting ready to add that now. I'm going to say what I'm creating my seat out of. I'm going to make this seat out of popsicle sticks and note cards. Not po-sickle, popsicle. There we go. Okay. So Leah told me I forgot to label my car seat, and she was correct. So I'm going to fix that. That's what Leah told me this time. So I wrote it down. Make sure you wrote down what your partner told you. If you didn't, do that now, please. All right. Kiddos, you are getting ready to hop into a breakout room again. This is your third and final partner. So this time I am going to be partnered with Aiden G. And I'm going to write down the things that Aiden G tells me about my car design and any ideas that he shares. Okay, so this is going to be your third and final partner. Share your ideas with each other. I am going to hop, we have an odd number right now. It looks like we lost somebody. So Libby is going to hop into a 3 room, a room of 3. And I will set her in there with Sinque and Serenity. Okay, so Sinque and Serenity, you are going to have a 3 room instead of a partner room. All right, here you go. 5 minutes. Screen sharing is on this time, so no freakouts. I'm sorry. Here you go. Okay, what feedback did we give or receive? William.
Tim just gave me a compliment and said I did great. And I gave him some feedback about I think maybe he should put some tape in between his car body and his mint to prevent friction. And I think he should put tape on the straw and his popsicle stick so it doesn't fall apart.
Got to make sure our cars stay together. Excellent. Yes, Leah.
So I didn't get to give any feedback because they were still working, but I got some feedback. It was make my words a little bit bigger.
Your labels so that it's easier to read on the blueprint. Yeah, that's important. Those blueprints can get kind of busy. And when you go to design next week with your actual materials, you want to be able to remember what you put. It's important to have clear plans. Yes, Aiden G.
So my partner Steve, he said that I needed 2 axles for my car so my wheels are stronger.
Okay. So remember, we got to have 2 axles on our car design so that it is an actual car, right? We're not creating unicycles. We're creating cars. Awesome. Any other feedback? Okay. All right. I want to talk with you about what you're going to do right now. Okay. So after talking with my 3 partners and seeing their ideas, I realized that I wanted to change the design of my car. So I want you to notice I went from this to this. You are going to create the final design of your car, which incorporates your partner's ideas and feedback. This is the one that I am going to look at to check off that you have a blueprint. Okay? So this right here is your ticket to building and being qualified for the race. To make my blueprint easier, look at some things that I did. I'm going to be using a lot of tape. So instead of putting tape, 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 I created a key. The orange rectangle equals tape. So my brain knows whenever I see that, I'm going to add tape right there on my car. Same thing with my mints. Instead of writing mint, 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 this symbol equals a mint. I remembered my pennies. I'm going to take Levin's advice and I'm going to spread them out around my car instead of putting them all in one place. Okay? So this is going to be your final design. Here is what is very important. You guys have seen the Nissan car factory. You've seen the Morgan car factory. They don't just go in and grab a handful of stuff and start building. They know what they need. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill out an order form. Okay? Looking at my car, the only place I'm using a note card is for the seat. So I'm only going to use one index card or note card. My lifesaver mints, I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to order 3 lifesaver mints. My plastic drinking straws, I have 1 here and 1 here, but this is a lot shorter, so I'm actually going to cut my straw. So I only need 1 plastic drinking straw. Popsicle sticks, I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to order 3 popsicle sticks. Tape, I have a lot of pieces of tape. I'm just going to need 1 roll of tape. This does not mean 1 piece, it says roll. Okay, so I'm going to get 1 roll of tape. I don't have to use the whole roll, but just so I have enough. Okay, so you are drawing and labeling your final design. You are ordering your parts. This is what I will be checking. This is mine. See how it says teacher approval? I'm going to look at your drawing this weekend and I'm going to see, do they have a spot for their driver? And if they do, I'm going to put a secret symbol right here. Has at least 2 axles. I'm going to look at your drawing. There's 1, there's 2. I'm going to put a secret symbol of approval. Can carry 4 pennies. I'm going to look at your drawing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put a secret symbol of approval right here. Doesn't fall apart when tested. I'm going to look at your drawing and I'm going to see, do you have a way to keep your parts together? Hashtag tape. And I'm going to put a secret symbol of approval right here. Uses only materials on the list. I'm going to look at your drawing. I'm going to see if you said you're going to use glue. And if you did, you are not getting a secret symbol of approval because glue is not on your materials list. Okay? If you only use your materials, I'm going to put a secret symbol of approval right here. And then I am going to sign off on your design and you are welcome to begin building next week. Okay? These are slides 14, 15, and 16. We are skipping slides 11, 12, and 13 until next week when you actually have a car to test. Okay? So 14, 15, and 16. You're going to draw your car. You're going to order your parts. I'm going to check it over the weekend. What questions can I answer about your task for right now? Yes, William.
So if the car that we already had, can that be our finished product if we're done?
If you feel that this is your best effort, it is the one that you want to build, it's perfect, then yes, you can place that onto your final order form. If you're like me and you saw a really cool car design and you're like, I think that's going to work better, then redesign it and put it there. But make sure whatever is on slide 14 meets the rules and has all the parts, because if it doesn't, I'm not approving you for the race until you fix it. Okay? Yes, Braden.
I wish everyone that can go in the race and participate.
Yes, this is the one that you want to build for the race. Correct. Yes, Terrence.
So, like, can we put an X on the ones that we don't do today?
Like,
Other
yeah,
than
we're going to come back to them. But if, like, for right now, you want to remember that we're not doing this, that's fine. But we are going to use these slides next week. So don't make it so you can't see the work. But if you want to cross them out so you don't forget, then sure, go for it. Okay. Yes, Tim.
I just got my stuff to make the car, but I didn't get the Lego minifig.
Remember, the Lego minifig is in your I Learn Celebration prize pack pickup. You were here that day, so you didn't get a virtual one. So I'll talk with you in a minute. I'll get you taken care of, okay?
Okay.
No worries. Any other questions about your task? Yes, Miss Leah.
So can I use because my brother has a lot of minifigs, so can I just use one of his?
Yes, that's fine. As long as it is a Lego minifig, that's fine. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Camille.
I don't have a little like a minifigure.
Have you picked up your supplies for the car yet?
No, I'm gonna do that today.
Okay, so when you go, Camille, you also need to tell them that you're a virtual student who needs your iLearn prizes, and there is a Lego minifig in those iLearn prizes. Okay?
I need to get to the office for that.
Yes. Yep. So just kind of knock on the door and say, hey, I need my iLearn prize, or your mom can even call on your way and then they'll have it there for you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Yes, Tim.
I was just asking to call my question out. to go to school and get the prize pack after you pick this up?
You
Or-
were here in person that day, so you already got your prizes. So I'll talk with you about where to get your Lego minifig in a minute, okay? Because you came to the celebration. The prize pack is for kids who didn't come that day. Okay?
Okay.
Got you in a second. Yes, Serenity. Oh, it's in the chat. What happens when we get it done? Do we have to do it again? Well, if you don't get it done, you're not doing it again. You're doing it for the first time. So yes, you need to have your design done today. Okay. Yes, Terrence.
I'll leave the meeting.
1 second, and then yes. Okay. So you are finishing slides 14 and 15. Slide 16 is my homework for this weekend. Okay, that's my homework. The last thing I want to let you know, someone's unmuted. There we go. Last thing I want to let you know is you do have homework this weekend. Okay. Your homework this weekend is to create some type of ramp for your car. Okay. Now, options might be take a notebook, get it on the cover, put something under it to keep it up. Boom, you got a ramp. Options might be get a cardboard box, make it flat, lean it against a cabinet, lean it against a bed. You got a ramp. Okay. You will need some type of ramp to test your car on next week. So your homework this weekend is to figure out where your ramp is going to be. Okay. I want to make sure you know that. So somehow this weekend, I want you to create a ramp. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy, nothing special. Just figure out something that can become an inclined plane for your car to run down. All right. All right, friends, that's what I got for you. If you don't have questions, you're good to go. If you got questions, hang out here. I'd be happy to help. Bye.